because we forget. That is called the instrumental cause. There is a desire in the God to create the world, and he knows all about what he has to create, and everything is before his eyes. See, as the potter is having a desire to make a pot, the mud is before him, and he knows how to make. In the same way, here, but the difference is the potter takes the help of mud, here the Brahman takes the help of illusion, Maya. Mayajyakshena prakriti suyate sa characharam. Only illusion. That's why the magician, he takes the support of illusion. And he is not illuded, he illudes you.
This is not like using clay. Maya is not material cause.
But here you see, that is why you should understand the example of spider. The spider is both instrumental and material cause for the web. Same way, here. So, you don't think more of the example. That is drishtanta. The drishtanta, what this scripture want to tell, you should concentrate on that. Don't move in the relative world more. Then you will lose the sight of the absolute. So he says, because everything is dissolution taken place, then how all the things will come out? Where from it comes? Everything is in him. We already told that he is the combination of all subtle forms, Hiranyagarbha. So everything is in subtle form. When a body dies, what is leaving the body? That is the subtle body. Can you see it? Subtle body you are seeing. So, because it is subtle, an owl cannot see in the daytime, and a man cannot see in the night without light. It is something like that. The power of eyes are adjusted so much. But the yogis can see, they say. They even leave this gross body when they are living. They take the subtle body, goes to so many places. They wander here and there, see everything, and then they come back. So, because everything is in the subtle form, and not only that, see, Shvetaketu asked, in the last time we have discussed, 2 years back, in Chandogya, asks the God has created everything. Yes. But you say he is not having any name and form. Yes. Then how is it possible? Then what he says? You bring a fruit of the banyan tree, break it. What you are seeing, the seeds. Break a seed. What you are seeing, he says nothing. Hey, wonderful fellow, from nothing. From this nothing, such a big tree has come. It is not seen, but it comes. In the same way, that is the power of Atman. That is the power of Atma. It creates everything. Even you are creating so many things in your dream. The same way. That's why he says, Mastani sarvabhutana chaham teshu avastitaha. Everything is in me, but I am not in everything. See? Why? All the things are not real, unreal, they are transitory, and one day or other they perish. The name and form dissolves. That's why, because they are not real, they are not in me. I am the only the Atman who is real and beyond time. Adidaivika abhedat suddhatvam. He says, he is the pure and the purest. What is Atman? Suddhatvam. And why? It is beyond cause and effect. Nothing can taint it. You are making a fire in the sky, in the space, but the sky is not attached. If the fire burns the sky, then there will be a hollow, void. Then if you go there, you will die because of there is no air to breathe. It is not happening so. That means the sky is not, or the space is not attached, or it is not tainted by the fire that you use. In the same way, everything is happening in the mind, the good and bad, the purity, impurity. Atman is nothing to do. That's why he says, Suddhatvam. Then Asangatvam. It is not attached also. He is creating so many things, but nothing attached. But if you earn a little money, you sit on that and say, I and mine. That is called attachment. But he is not attached to anything. For that he gave the example of big fish, which goes to both the banks but not attached to any bank. In the same way, the Atman goes to all the three states, waking, dream and sleep, but it is not attached. Atman does not belong to anybody. It is unattached. Like a curtain in the cinema, in a show, the film. You see so many things on the curtain. But you see fire, you see flood, you see fighting. King Kong and Dara Singh fighting also you see. But the curtain is as it is. Nothing is there. So, the curtain is nothing but the Atman. Nothing is there. Nothing happens. Completely detached. But everything you see on that. That's why we call it support. Adhisthana. And then he told, an individual is experiencing all these three states in waking state. Waking in waking, dream in waking, and sleep in waking. How is it? Waking in waking we understand. And he closes the eyes and imagines something as a dream. So, that is called dream in waking. And then, when he completely goes beyond the things, objects that he is seeing, and if he is not remembering anything, darsana smarana, then he is within himself. That is Atman. That is Jagra Sushupti Mano Vyapara Uparame, he says. The oscillations of the minds are completely stopped. In waking state, if you attain that, that's why previously also I told. What I told? The happiness that you are enjoying in the sleep, you should enjoy in waking state. That is called samadhi. Then you are liberated, you are experiencing the Atman, because mind is not oscillating. And again he told, how is that this Atman is unmanifested? It is not manifest, avyakta. There is no name and form. And the prajna, how you say, is equal to that avyakta. Then he says, you see, the body and senses, they merge in prana, in sleep. In samadhi, the mind merges in Atman. But here, the senses, they merge in prana, and all the gods, they merge in vayu, breeze, air. And the power of gods, like the burning nature of the fire, etc., merge in Atman. So, the sleeping state is equal to avyakta. Avyakta in the sense, name and form has not come out. It is in the seed form. Just now I told you as the banyan seed. That's why he says avyakta. Prano hi eva etan sarvan samrukte. So, the prana, it absorbs everything, and outside vayu absorbs everything. In this context, I told you the story of Janasriti. And finally he says, Kshetragim chapimam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. I am in everybody. And he says, you see, Kshetrajna. What is Kshetra? All the three bodies. Knower of all the three bodies. A knower is always different. A seer is always different from what is seen. That's why he says, Kshetrajnam chapimam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata, 13th chapter, 2nd sloka. These are some of the points to remind you that what happened yesterday. Because we managed to forget these things very nicely. Page 318. Visva and Virat are one. And in deep sleep, we told is Avyakrita. It is one with Avyakrita. Then what is left? The Taijasa Hiranyagarbha is left. How the Taijasa becomes Hiranyagarbha? That means Samasti Vesti Manasor Ekatvat. The combination of all the minds and an individual mind is one. Mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. He says. The 7th chapter, I think. Gita. Everything is in me as the thread in the gauntlet. So up to this we have finished. And finally he says, from the Shruti such as, being attached together with the action attains the results to which his subtle body or mind is attached. And this Purusha identifies with the mind. There he says, Manomayo ayam Purusha lingam manaha. The Brihadaranyaka. So what is this? Lingam, that is the combination of all the subtle bodies. That's why lingam mano yatra nishaktam asya. So this, where this Hiranyagarbha is attached, he says. That's why here he says, being attached, he together with the action, attains the result to which his subtle body or mind is attached. What does he mean to say? The individual is not different from the combined. Nano vyakrita prana sushupte. Now the opponent raises a question. Vyakrita prana sushupte. In deep sleep, mind is one, the prana is working. If a man is sleeping, you can hear his snoring and his, all these things we see, and the chest. That means it is vyakrita, it is manifested. In deep sleep, prana is manifested and tadatmakani karanani bhavanti, and all the sense organs have merged in prana. Tadatmakani, pranatmakani karanani bhavanti. Kadham avyakritata, how you say this prana is not manifest. So you should say the prana is vyakrita, not avyakrita. Then he says, you see, we are talking of sleeping state. You don't know where you are sleeping during sleeping state. If suppose somebody gives some anesthesia while sleeping, and with the cart if you anesthesia, little. And with the cart, if he take you and puts in the ocean, gone forever. Why? You are not aware of the space, time and causation. Desha, Kala, Vastu. You are beyond all these things in your sleeping state. Others experience in the waking, you are not experiencing. You say the prana is vyakta, that others are experiencing. What about you? I slept well, I don't do anything. That's why we say it is avyakta. Prana is a manifested factor in deep sleep. People sitting near a sleeping man actually sees the movement of prana. So, and the senses too then become one with it. How can prana then be unmanifested? Desha kala vastu paricheda sunyatvat. No space, no time. You go beyond all these things. Naisha dosha avyakritasya desha kala vishesha abhavat. Even commentator says. There is nothing wrong. There is the absence of distinction such as space and time in the unmanifested. See. Desha kala vishesha bhava. No place, no time. Space in the sense here, place. Last time I told you, see, some people, I think they call insomnia something, in sleeping they walk. Sleepwalking.
Insomnia is lack of sleep.
Oh, insomnia is lack of sleep and sleepwalk. So I have seen a person and just he was in deep sleep, we woke him up because the food preparation was a little late. We had to feed him. He got up and put a thumb in the mouth, started walking. See, the leaf plates were served for all. That is a marriage function. So, leaflets. And something is served on them. So almost in all the leaves, nobody is observing him. He is in himself. And he has crossed 3 rooms because the doors are straight. And in the 4th room, there was a small ditch to wash the vessels. And the door is away, not parallel or straight. And this fellow went and hit the head to the wall, but turned and sat there and again slept. No desha, no kala. What is doing? Sleeping. See, he is walking, but he does not know. Yesterday we discussed that in our deep sleep also we do some actions. There the subconscious mind works or the vertebra works as the mind. See. That is, I told you, asankalpita. Sankalpa is not there. Asankalpita pratikara charya. Unintentionally we do something. So, in sleep, desha kala vishesha bhavat. So good example is sleepwalk. Huh? Yadyapi prana abhimane sati vyakritata eva pranasya tathapi pinda parichinne vishesh abhimana nirodhaha prano bhavati ite vyakriti eva pranaha sushupte parichinna abhimanatvat. Though prana appears to be manifest during waking and dream, in the case of a man who identifies himself with it, at inasmuch as there is the absence of identification in the prana during deep sleep with any special feature, tathapi pinda parichinne vishesh abhimana nirodha. That means there is no consciousness of his body itself. Yet as much as there is the absence of identification in the prana during deep sleep with any special feature, he says no special feature which is due to its being conditioned by the body, etc. So, avyakrita eva prana sushupte parichinna abhimanavatam. See, you are having an individuality, parichinna abhimana. But in sleep, you are avyakrita, unmanifest. That is it. Which is due to its being conditioned by the body, it is as good as the unmanifested itself. That's what he says. Taijasa conditioned by individual mind and Hiranyagarbha conditioned by the cosmic mind have one common factor in both, which is mind. Hence, this is the smaller one, is it not? Above, same. In the first para it is given because of dwelling in the mind, Taijasa and Hiranyagarbha. For that it is footnote. But here is as good as the unmanifest. It is the star in between inverted commas. Please see the Purvapaksha above. What is Purvapaksha? Prana is a manifested factor in deep sleep. To those who are not sleeping, a sleeping man's prana may be manifested, but to the sleeping man himself, it is unmanifested. For he knows nothing at that time. He knows nothing. So, here, from the standpoint of the sleeping man himself, it is unmanifested. This he told. Again, yatha pranalaye parichinna abhimaninam prano avyakritaha. If a man dies, what happened? He says, pranalaye, time of death, parichinna abhimaninam prano avyakritaha. The prana becomes unmanifest. Pranabhimanino, those who do much pranayama and becomes one with it, prana, just like Raikva we heard, he has identified himself with prana. Raikva. So in the same way, pranabhimaninaha api visheshapattau avyakritata. So too is the unmanifest state during the absence of distinction in deep sleep in the case of those who identify themselves with prana. See, those who identify themselves with prana, the prana is unmanifested. Because it is all pervading. And he says the absence of distinction in deep sleep. Absence of distinction. They are not separate. They are one. And the special identity with prana is left over there. Yesterday I was telling. What I was telling? Though you identify yourself in your waking state, you give up the identity and you go and see the dream. In the dream state, there is no identity of this gross body. You have left the identity. And in sleep, even you give up the identity of the sense organs, mind and body. You are in your own self with ignorance. So you don't know, so you know well, giving up. That's why you better give up the identity of your body in waking state. This is difficult. Huh?
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done. Little practice is necessary. That's why we should go to deep meditations, deep thinking. When you are thinking about something, you forget about your body. Is that? So, this meditation or vichara, this discrimination, if it goes deep, then you can get away from the body. But as soon as the mind gets little concentrated, it goes to sleep. You should be very careful. As soon as mind gets little concentrated, it goes to sleep, dozing. Then again you get up. See, I told you in the beginning, that is 1970 to 74. Rather, I was working like a devil. From morning 4 o'clock till evening 10:30. Work. Hardly I used to get some half an hour or 10 minutes, 15 minutes for meditation. So, the physical body is completely tired. So, sit and doze. Sleep nicely. That is the only time. So, the same habit. And after 4 years, I came to Calcutta. And there, 250 Swamis are there, including 2 assistant secretaries, 1 secretary, 3 vice presidents, 1 president, all elderly people. Early morning, we have to get up at 4 and go to Arati. Somehow I was managing to get up at 4, just wash your face and go and sit in the temple for meditation. What meditation? Simply sleep. Huh? And at that time I was having a big tough sikha.
Oh, okay.
Or a jata, you can say. Big. So the secretary used to come by 5:30 or 5 o'clock. Huh? And he told, because I was working under him, and between secretary and myself another boss is there. So he told, this fellow is sleeping there, you just tie his stuffed with a rope, and that rope you tie to a pole, so that he cannot sleep. And so many are coming and going, Swami is early morning, and you are not meditating. Then I thought, you see, the news went up to secretary, and he is making joke. Know what to do? And in those days, not even a single pie with us. Penny. No penny. But one day while walking to the temple, I got 1/4 quarter of rupee, 4 annas. So immediately I went to the shop and I purchased the snuff. Snuff, you know. So Timple, take and sit. Now no sleep. So in that way, for many days, I have to overcome my sleep. Why I am telling is, the moment the mind gets little concentrated, it goes to sleep. At that time, all right, you have overcome the sleep, then the oscillation of the mind starts. See? For that long practices are necessary. That is, during waking state, you should overcome the mind. Then you are one with the unmanifested. That's why he says in deep sleep, prano avyakrita tatha pranabhimanino. Those who identify themselves with the prana, for them also it is unmanifest. Avisheshapattau avyakritata samana prasava bijatmakatvancha tat adhyakshasya eko avyakrita avastaha. He says, so too is the unmanifested state during the absence of distinction in deep sleep in the case of those who identify themselves with prana. Pranabhimaninaha prasava bijatmakatvam cha tad adhyakshasya eko avyakrita avastha. He says, similarly, and similar is the seed to produce the effects in future and the witness in both the unmanifested state and deep sleep is the same. Those who have identified themselves with prana, the seed to produce the effects and the witness, both they are there. Seed is not there and the witness is not there. In both the unmanifested state and deep sleep is the same. Those who identify themselves with prana and those who are sleeping, two things are not there. What are they? The seed to produce the effects and the witness. In dream, the mind is the witness. There, mind is not there. No dream, no desire. Those who identify themselves with the conditioned. Now, Again you see, prasava bijatmakatvam is seed to produce the effects. Adhyaksha, witness, both are not there, so he is unmanifested. But in between, commentator says cha. See, the translation of the commentator, both the things we have told. The witness is not there, no seed for to produce the effects. That is all. Then in between, what about this cha? That is samanam iti anukarshartham avyakritatvam prasavabijatvam samanam. He says, this cha is used to tell the unmanifested state, avyakrita and the seed form. The effects are not there, so it is all. So to combine this both, he has used cha and. That's what he says. This prasava bijatam, the form of seed, and the witness are the same where in the sleep as well as in the unmanifested state. To tell that the sameness, here he uses the cha. Paricchinnabhimaninam adhyakshanam cha tena ekatvam purvoktam. So the individual self, those who are having, and the witness, ekatvam becomes one with the unmanifested. That we have already previously told. Visheshanam eki bhuta prajnanagana ityadi upapannam. So now the adjective prajnanagana, that everything has become concentrated. It is correct. Upapannam, yukti sangam. It is according to the logic. Tasmin ukta hetutvacha. Now we see, he says, the cause for this we have already told, he says. Where you have told? Anyhow, first let us go to the English commentary. Those who identify themselves with the conditioned individual as well as the witness become one with the unmanifested. So far it is over. As such, the aforesaid attributes in whom everything is unified, who is dense with consciousness, prajnana ghana, who is dense with consciousness, and then visheshanam eki bhutam, attributes in whom everything is unified. That is where you told in the fifth mantra, he says. Are in fitness, according to the logic. Also, there is the reason cited earlier. The prajnana ghana and visheshanam eki bhutam, the attributes have become one, has been told in the fifth stanza. Also, there is the reason cited earlier. This is in the sixth stanza. Sarveshwaratvam, prajnana ghanatvam, etc. So, you refer page 313. Sarveshwara evasha sarvagya yesho antaryami yesha yoni sarvasya prabhapya bhutanam. Prajnatma is Sarveshwara, he told previously. That he is reminding here. Also, there is the reason cited earlier. Where earlier? Here you have to write page 313, sixth sloka. Is it not? Sixth. Three one three. See, these small things, they only are told by the sub-commentators. Why HI is used, where it has been told earlier, all these things the sub-commentators is told. Now, while reading, we got the seed to produce the effects, prasava bija. There is a word. So that is explained again by the sub-commentator. Adhidaivikam avyakatam jagrat prasava bijam. What is the seed? He says it is the seed for waking state. Jagrat prasava bijam. And Pranakhyam sushuptam jagarita swapnayoho bhavati bijam. And this prana becomes the seed for both waking and dream. It becomes the seed. This prana. Which prana? That which was in sleep. See. The prana which was in sleep, which you have not identified yourself with, that becomes the seed for waking state as well as dream state. That's why it's called prasava bijam. Karyam prati prasava bijatvam ubhayor samanam. Taking granted of the effect, karyam. For the effect, for in both the place, this is the seed. In deep sleep, you are not identifying yourself with the prana. That's why you are called unmanifest, avyakrita. But the seed is there. Of what? Of waking and dream. That's why previously he told Prajnana Ghana. And he told Sarveshwara. He knows everything. What he knows everything? Past, present and future. Of one's own self as well as the combination. Because both are one. See. That's why I told you, wherever you go, again you have to come to the oneness. Sri Ramakrishna gives an example. He says, a bird, leg was tied with a rope. So, in whichever direction it goes, again it has to come back where it was tied. For that, what you have to do? The mind should be tired of the desires, the ambitions. When it gets tired of from the worldly desires, then only it goes. This is possible in the human being. Many people, they will be getting many blows. Blows. So, that becomes the cause for dispassion. See? Regarding this also, we have discussed a lot in our last topics. So, in one of these songs, they say, if he wanted, if he, the Almighty God, if he want to give a little devotion to you, first he takes away all the outer things, money, children, wife, everything.
భాగవతంలో వస్తుంది కృష్ణ ఏమో ఉద్భోజీకి అంటారు.
Ajahcha.
శ్రీకృష్ణ is saying to Uddhava in Bhagavata Puran that whom I want to uplift my devotee, I give them the glory. This is in Bhagavata Puran.
But in Karnataka they sing a song that we have, of course.
Everything is coming from the
Because I have not read Bhagavata. No ABC of Bhagavata here. Anyhow, good. The song and the Bhagavata.
It's coming from the Shastra.
And then afterwards he gives body ailment. Everything is taken away. Afterwards what he gives? Body ailment, sickness, disease, this thing, that thing. Then also you should not give up your practices. A little headache means there is the absence of meditation that day. That should not be the case. You should have the tenacity. I am not the body. I will do. So during the body ailments also, you should continue with your prayers, meditations, discrimination, etc. Then finally he goes mental torture. Everybody will poking him, telling all nonsense about him. Then you feel, what is this? I may be more happy in other place. Mind is with you. Mind. Wherever you go, everything will come on your back. You may sit in the Himalayan cave, but your mind is with you. So there also something you will get. The mental torture. If you are able to overcome this mental torture, then he gives little devotion, he says. The actual devotion. That means, yes, even there, we have seen some video recently, Uddhava is asking Sri Krishna, you are always with the Pandavas, and you never protected them. Then he says, the Dharmaraja is not so intelligent, but Duryodhana is very intelligent, he says, Sri Krishna. He has taken the help of Shakuni to play the dice. I was standing on the doorway, just he will ask my help and I will go and play so that he can win. But what he did, he told you go away from here. So what shall I do? That means, there he says, the individual never feels the presence of God and His support. That's why they don't get support. That is called paroksha jnana. Indirect experience. Yes, in this regard, last time also I gave some example. What is that? If somebody is coming to your place, is a minister or somebody is coming. So everybody is very active. They will start some decoration, doing some preparation, this thing, that thing. Say, the birthday of Swami Swarupananda. So many activities are going on. You think that is very big. Only one big fellow is there in the whole world. That is Ishvara. So you never feel of him. You never do any activities for him. That means feeling the presence and each and every moment. That's why I told Sarvatra Sarvada. Never forget this. This is also from Bhagavata. Our Swamiji says always. At least, if you feel that he is seeing me, you will not encourage any bad activities.
సాధుని కబీర్ దాస్ ఉదాహరణ ఉంది కదా స్టోరీ. ఆయన వెళ్తాడు, నీకేం చూడాలంటే మా గురుగారు చూడాలంటారు. ఆయన ఎప్పుడెక్కడైనా దొడ్డికి వెళ్తే కూడా
That last time I told you, Halkodi Baba. A Swami was there by name Halkodi Baba. He was having just 2 mats in room, small mats to sit. He was always merged in Atman, thinking. If somebody gives some food, he eats and nothing. But people used to go to him. We want to see our chosen deity. All right. This Gita
ప్రసాద్ గోయంక, గీతా ప్రెస్,
Goenka, another fellow.
హనుమాన్ ప్రసాద్ పొద్దార్.
Maybe in whatever. These are the 2 persons who have started Gita Press in. So, one of them is the follower of Kabir Das. Kabir Das. So, he went to this Halkodi Baba and asked, I want to see Kabir Das. All right, come tomorrow. So, as soon as he came, he used to ask them to sit on one mat and he used to sit on another mat, start meditating. Then after few minutes, the aspirant used to see the chosen deity. So Kabir Das has seen. Already go. And he went. But this Kabir Das is following him everywhere. He cannot go for ablutions, he cannot take food, he cannot offer him all these things, so many difficulties. He cannot change the clothes, so many things. Kabir Das is seeing the chosen deity. Then he comes back after 3 days. Baba, you take back your Kabir. We don't want. So, in that way, Sarvatra Sarvada, you should feel his presence. Then you are done. See? That is called Paroksha Jnana. Then the sloka goes, if you are having this knowledge, no sin will taint you, he says. Why? Because knowingly we don't know anything wrong. Because our chosen deity is there, he is seeing us. In the presence of a elderly person, you don't do anything wrong. You are afraid. That's why he says, this cited earlier, Sarveshwaratvam is the ruler of everything. You identify yourself with Brahman, or else you identify yourself with Ishvara, who is the one ruler of all the worlds. Feel his presence always. Day before yesterday or so I told. What Sivanji Maharaj says? Only 2 things. Always remember God or how simply put, how much meaning it is carrying, how much we have to do for that practice. So let us go ahead. Katham prana shabdatvam avyakatasya. Again he puts the same question. How the prana is unmanifest? The answer is, because Shruti says, I am not telling. Srauta prayoga vashat panchavritti vayu vikare rudhatvat. He says, the prana is used of the 5 forms which is in the body. And he says it is unmanifest. In day-to-day life, in relative world, we use the prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. That is, in your relative world, it is widely known. It is traditional, rudhi. But our Shastra is not having any tradition or widely known rudhi. What he says, we have to accept. And how it is avyakrita? Everything is imaginary. Just uncover the superimposition. Then everything is all right. How is the unmanifested called prana? Then he says, you see, the topic under discussion. What is the topic? I am Atma Brahma. And that Brahman is unmanifest. It is beyond cause and effect. So, prakaranasya brahma vishayatvad brahmanev prakrite vakya prana sabdasya prayogat. We have used this word prana in the sense of Brahman. That's why it's avyakrita. Prana bandhanam misomya manaha. This mind, he says, is tied to prana. Brahmanasya salakshanasya sabalatva angikarat asmin api vakye tatraiva prana sabdha prayogat. Brahmanasya sat lakshanatva sachidanand sadeva somi damagrasi. What is Brahman? It is Sat. And that is not the general Brahman, a particular Brahman. That is Sabala, they say, that is with the adjunct as Maya. Sabalatva angikarat asmin api vakye, even in this sentence, that prana sabda is used as Brahman. That's why prana bandhanam is somya manaha. It is in consistence with the Shruti passage, O good looking one, the mind, the individual soul is fastened to prana. You see, again he puts what? That is Brahman. Within brackets he says Brahman. That's why the sub-commentator says, Brahmanasya sat lakshanasya sabalatva angikarat asminapi vakya tatra prana sabda prayoga. In sabala Brahman. That's why he says simply Brahman. Nanu tatra sadeva somi idamagra asit ekmeva advitiyam. He says there that everything is only Sat, that is Brahman. It was alone. There is nothing else. Ekam eva advitiyam. Iti prakritam Sat Brahma prana sabdavachyam. But there Brahman identical with existence is meant by the word prana, as could be seen from, O good looking one, all this was existence in the beginning. That is Sat Brahman. There the Brahman identical with the existence is meant by the word prana. But you are telling avyakta. See, the opponent is asking, there the prana sabda is used for the existence. And here you are telling unmanifest. Naisha dosha bijatmakatva bhipagama sataha. There sadeva somidam agar asit in Chandogya, that is everything is in seed form. We already explained. During your sleep everything is in seed form. So there is no difference between Sat and, though they say we existence. The Sat, what you call the existence, is the seed form. Is the seed form of all the universe. Yedyapi Sat Brahma Prana Sabdavachyam. All right. He says, if you say the Sat is Prana, Tathapi Jiva Prasava Bijatmakatvam Aparityajeva Prana Sabdatvam Sata Sat Sabdavachyatacha. Now, you see, he says, the prana in the individual self is in the seed form for all his waking and dream state. Now, he says the Sat is in the seed form for the whole world. The Sat is the seed form for the which is not manifested. But here we have to take into consideration the cause and effect is one. What is the cause? Brahman. What is the effect? All the individuals. So, the individuals are not different from Brahman. Cause and effect one. The effect dissolves in the cause, but cause does not dissolve. If it comes here somewhere, in today's lesson, below it comes, neti neti, then I will explain. Sarvasya karya jatasya upalakshanam. That is, yadihi nirbija rupam vakshatam brahma bhavishyat. Now, Sadeva Somi idam agra asit, you told it is the seed form. And prana, you say it is avyakta, it is also seed form. But if the scripture wants to tell the seedless form of Brahman, nirbija rupam vakshatam brahma neti neti, not this, not this. The Brahman is having two forms, Murta and Amurta. Both are not there. Amurta is space and breeze, space and air. And Murta is fire, water, earth. Now, the opponent raises. Why you tell two times neti neti? Not this, not this. So, I say, through one neti you remove the world, another neti you remove the world. No, I am a Brahman, nothing is there. That's why the Shruti has used twice neti. The opponent says, if the two things are removed, world and Brahman, everything becomes void. How is it possible? Sunya. And you are the knower of the Sunya, so you are there. How can you say nothing is there? And you see, the sub-commentator or the guru of Vidyaranya says here, it is the little subtle point. Suppose I say, here there is no pen. That means, by that what you understand? Pen should be there somewhere else. If you use a word, here there is no pot. Pot should be somewhere. That is ghata bhava. The followers of logic, they say this ghata bhava also is a thing. Padartha. It is a thing. So, to shut their mouth, both ghata and ghata bhava are not there, we have used twice neti neti. He says. Ghata and ghata bhava. He says, absence of pot is here means, you say pot will be somewhere. So, if the world is not here, it must be somewhere, you may say. So, in nowhere world is there. That's why we have used twice. This is the interpretation of Vidyaranyam, the teacher of Vidyaranya. Bharati Tirtha, his name is also Bharati Tirtha. So, on Brahma Sutras, the 555 sutras are divided into 191 topics. So, on each topic, he wrote 2 stanzas, and many sutras will be coming under particular, because 550 by 55 by 191. So 3, 4 something it comes. So all the sutras combined, and this particular topic, he gives a little commentary. Oh, Bharati Tirtha. So that is essence of Brahma Sutras. Vaiyasika Nyayamala it is called. In that he says, why twice? So, the followers of logic may tell a bhava, that is also a thing, it is somewhere else. So, to avoid that, the world is not there means it is not there, that's all. Not even a bhava. So, now, Murta and Amurta, the Shruti explains, that is all the 5 elements are not there. The whole world is formed of 5 elements. You may take the subtle body, you may take the causal body, you may take the gross body. All the things are made up of 5 elements only. So, with one, you remove the gross elements, with another one, you remove the subtle elements. Or you remove the elements which are having form and which are not having form. So, the elements are not there, the world is not there. Cause and effect are one. Is it not? Mud has transformed into the pot. Only in the pot mud is there. So, the cause is mud and pot is the effect. So, the cause has transformed into the effect. They are not two different things. In this context, last time we have discussed Satkaryavada. The pot is there in the mud, the oil is there in the seeds, milk is there in the, curds are there in the milk. Same way the world is there in the Almighty, Brahman. Brahman. Because it is there, it has come out. If it is not that, it will not come out. If you want yogurt, you have to take milk only. not sea water. Huh? Why you know it is there? In the same way, Satkaryavada means even before the manifestation of the world was there in seed form. That he is telling here. Seed form. If you want to go beyond this seed form, then he might have told Neti Neti. This is seedless form of Brahman. Eto vacho nivattante. Both mind reverts back from the speech reverts back with the mind. Anya deva tad vidita dadho avidita dadhi. In Kena we heard. Iti avakshat. Na sat. Even not only the Sritis, even the Smriti, the Gita also says, na sat tan na asat uchyate. Sat is in the relative form, which is having a name and form. Asat is the son of a barren woman, the sky flower, horn of a man. Any man is having a horn? No. It cannot. That is called asat. But this Brahman is beyond both these things, the relative sat, asat. Na sat, na asat uchyate. Now, there is nothing defective. He says, what he has asked. Sadeva Somya Demagrasit. There, you have told the prana, the word as existence. Now here you are telling avyakta, unmanifest. Then he says, since existence has been recognized there as the seed, see, avyakta means seed. The cause capable of creation, though existence of Brahman is experienced there by the term prana, expressed there by the prana, yet the term sat, meaning existence, is used both as existence and prana, without abandoning its potentiality as the seed capable of creating beings. Prana, though you use in as existence, sat, without abandoning its potentiality, the power is there, capable of creating beings. That is seed form. So the sat is seed form, sat is prana, sat is existence, and that is Brahman. It is the state of Brahman devoid of causal relation is meant. You see, causal relation is meant if the state of Brahman devoid of the seed form, you can say, is meant, then teachings such as not this, that from which speech returns. Distinct indeed is that from the known and distinct from the unknown. A known object is in the relative form, and unknown things are Virat, Hiranyagarbha, all the gods, Ishvara, delusion. So it is beyond all these things, beyond Ishvara. Should have been cited as also the Smriti. It is said to be neither existence nor non-existence. Non-existence is son of a barren woman, existence is which is having name and form. So it is beyond the Brahman. Nirbijata eva chet sati leenanam surupta pralayoho punarutthananupatti syat. If you say that here we are talking about the seedless form of Brahman, then those who ever go to sleep, again they will not wake up. If you say this Avyakta is not seed form, but seedless form, whoever is slept, bus heart attack, fun, cardpot. That's what he said. Sata somitada sampanno bhavati. If the individual merges, he cannot wake up. That's what he says. And the released persons may come back. Punarutha utpatti prasanga. Bija bhava visheshat. Because there is no seed. Because there is no seed. See, 2-3 times already I told that all the individuals in all the worlds, they are there from the beginning of the creation. Sahasra yuga paryantam aharyat brahmano viduhu. See? So, we have crossed so many lives. Still, we are behind this body. From the beginning of the creation, we are coming. That's why so far we are not released. Last time I told a little song of Sri Ram Krishna. What I told? Out of 100,000 of kites, at best 1 or 2 are released, seeing which mother claps and dances. Mother is illusion, Maya, the power of Brahman. So, in the whole world, he says at best 1 or 2 are released. Seeing which mother claps and dances. Why? Because he is getting away from my power. Mukta nancha punarutpatti. If you say those who are sleeping, they may not get up, or the released persons may come up, come again. Bija bhav visheshat, because there is no seed. Jnana diya hya bija bhave. How this seed is born? Through knowledge. Cha jnana anarthakya prasangaha. If you say the knowledge does not born ignorance, then the knowledge is a waste. Born the ignorance, then knowledge becomes a waste. See, again I remind you, there is 2 types of ignorance. Tula vidya, mula vidya. If you find out that there is no snake on the rope, the ignorance of the rope is over. But it will not remove your ignorance. By this knowledge, you cannot get over the death and birth cycle of this universe. You should know your own self. You should experience. So that is knowledge. Till that, you have to work hard. If you say the knowledge does not burn the ignorance or the seed, then the knowledge becomes waste. Tasmat sabijatva abhyugameneva satha pranatva upadesha. That is why now the vital force prana, here we are teaching with that seed form only. Sarva Srutishu cha karanatva upadesha. And in all the scriptures it is told as the cause. Aksharat paratah paraha. He says, Naksharati akshara. That never is destroyed. Akshara. That is illusion or Ishvara. Sabhahyabhyantara yaja. Aksharat parata para is seed form. Bahyabhyantaro yaja. He says it is not having any birth. It is the same as inner as outer. Inside also is the same. Yato vacho nivartante neti neti ityadina bijavatva apanayana vyapadesha. Neti neti, all these things are taught without having the seed form. Tam abhijavastam tasseva pragna sabdavachya turiyatvena dehad sambandha jagradade rahitam paramarthikam prudhag vakshati. That seed form which we say as pragya, the avyakta, that is turiya, the fourth one. Dehadi sambandha jagradadi rahitam. Now all the three states are not there in that fourth state. That is Atman. Paramarthikam prudhag vakshati. That is the absolute. That we tell separately. He says, Bijavastapi na kinchid avedisham. I don't know anything. This is the seed form. Uttitasya pratyaya darshanad. After waking up, he says, Dehe anubhuyate eva iti. So, even the seed form which is called avyakta, that we are experiencing in the body. Titha tridha dehe vyavastitaha. Here, the word vyavastita, I think, vyavasbhita, I think something else is there. You see, because I have corrected here. Ya should be there, but tha should be there, but ya is there in Sanskrit. If you want, you can correct it. Tha instead of tha, ya is there. This is the end. It should be vyavasthita. If our Brahman divide of causal relation itself, he meant there Sat, then the jivas that become absorbed in it in deep sleep or dissolution cannot possibly rise up. So if you say the Sat is not seed form, if you say full, the Purna Brahma, then they are realized they will not come back after sleep. So every man will be getting realization, those who sleep. So easy it becomes. Those already liberated would be born again, owing to the absence of cause, capable of producing beings, which is applicable to both alike. Again, in the absence of the cause, which has to be burnt by the fire of knowledge. See, Cause means productive of samsara. The maya or the ignorance should be burnt. Becomes useless, therefore. If you say the sleeping man is getting to Brahman, then all the teachings of knowledge becomes a waste. Therefore, it is recognizing Sat, existence, Brahman, as being possessed of the cause, that is seed form. That it is meant by the word prana and declared as the cause in all the Srutis. That is why by removing the cause, it is spoken of higher than the high. Higher than the high, there is no cause. Unmanifested. Now, some footnotes are there, but let me see. Both without and within and unborn. It is within and without and unborn. From which speech returns, not this, not this. The real state without causality, which is devoid of relation with the body and modes of waking of the jiva, denoted by the word prajna, will be spoken separately. The real state without any cause and the turiya, it says, will be spoken separately in its turiya aspect. He says, since a man awakened is seen to have such cognition as I know nothing, the state of causality is experienced in the body. I know nothing. That is the seed form is experienced in the body. Seed for waking and dream. And in the combined, it is Hiranyagarbha and Virat. Thus it is said that the one alone exists in three ways in the body. One alone exists in the three ways. The topic is of Brahman with the adjunct as illusion. Unmanifested prana, the Isvara, then only all the subtle forms he creates. So, the Ishvara is the seed form and in it prana is not manifested. And it is eternal, undefinable. Maya Brahman. That is the cause. That is both the efficient as well as material cause. Negating the cause. So the pure Brahman has been told in the Upanishads. See, in all the Upanishads, what is told? Removing the cause, no effect, no cause, only pure Brahman. Now, he says, it is beyond speech, no form, no name, how to meditate. Opponent asks. Then he says, that is why we have given all the Mahavakyas. I am Atma. You know your existence as consciousness. That consciousness is all pervading. You meditate like this. So easy. He says, in the first Mahavakya Tattvamasi, first they describe about Tvam. No, but in Brahma Sutra it comes Tat. So, First they clarify what is this Tvam, then afterwards Tat, and then the oneness. This here Aksharat Parata Para you says, what is the Akshara? It is Avyakrita. That is the cause, taking into consideration the effect. So it is beyond the effect. But this Brahman is beyond cause, he says. And this Brahman is not touched by cause or effect. Karya karanabhyam asprishtaha. This Brahman. And everything is superimposed on that. That is, now it is present, but as pure consciousness. Vartamana siddhatuhu. It is only pure consciousness. He says, this Mula Vidya, the root of all the ignorance, is burnt off through knowledge. Jnana agni dabdha karmani basmosat kurute. And something else also is there that we will do tomorrow. ikkada varaku ayindi. At least 4 pages or 4.5 pages we should do daily. Then only it will be completed. 4 or 4.5 pages we should be able to do, then we will complete. Otherwise we may lag behind the subject. Let us see. Afterwards we will run. Only this first portion, Agam Prakarana, is little difficult. Other things are.